Welcome, I am Babedi Samakabadi on Babedi Samakabadi Faces Reality. We are still on the topic of my horrible dating journey. Episode 10. If you remember very well, on our last episode, we ended at the part whereby I had to go to the boyfriend after he sent a message saying I no longer gave him the attention. We had an appointment that day, but I decided to watch my favorite TV show before I could actually head up to his place. Then he sent me a message thinking that I am no longer coming. Right? Then after the text, I just put on my jeans, my t-shirt, my sneakers, and then crossed the road because we were not staying far much apart. I was just crossing the road to his place. The moment I got there, I knocked. I just hit the door without saying any word. First hit, second hit, third hit. Silent from his side. And then he eventually said, "Is it not late?" But in Setswana, saying, I kept quiet. I kept on just hitting the door on my knock mode until he got up. The moment he opened the door, I said it was the very same moment he closed it. Immediately when he realized it was me, I stood there to say, "Open up, I need to come in." He closed the door, went back inside, and then opened again and said he is with his friend, his male friend. The friend is actually sleeping. And I asked, "Who is the friend?" He said someone. I knew that someone because he always checked me with him. And I said, okay, if it's him, then I don't think he will actually mind if I get in to confirm if it's indeed him. The guy refused to let me in. We are talking standing at the door, Ghana. Remember that we are following the point whereby the little girl staying where he was staying told me that this man is cheating with you with the lady staying in this particular house in this same yard. So believe me when I tell you that even to this date, I believe that was the lady in the house. Because even at this point, that man never came clean. He never told me who he was with. He just decided to stick to his lies of saying he was with his friend. So while we were still there at night arguing at the door, to say, I was telling him, "You have to open for me to see who is in the house. Otherwise, I am going to turn around, go back to my place, and you should not follow me. I will go back to my place alone, and I do not want you behind me for as long as you don't allow me in your house to see who you are with." And then he was like, may I kindly lock the door, then we go." I'm like, there's no way you can lock the door and leave your person in the house. There is no way. So remain here. I will leave myself alone. After that long discussion, I left and gave him my word that he should not come after me. The moment I just passed by his gate out, on my way out, his footsteps were making noise behind me on a flip-flop. You know how the flip-flops sound, right? Yeah. Cha, 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 cha. Behind me. I kept quiet, and on the way, I told him to say, the moment we get at my place, we are going to call your friend that you had left in the house to check if it's him. I do not have airtime, but I'm going to wake up my friend to call your friend. Cha. It's us heading to my place again. By the time we entered my gate, he returned back to his house. Cool. I went to my house. I got my answers then to say, this guy is lying. He's lying. The person who is in his house is not his male friend, as he claimed that it's him. In the morning, he came to my house. I gave him a silent treatment. He came, he knocked, I opened, he entered my house, sat on the chair. I never said a word to him. For the longest period that he stayed in my house, I kept quiet. He tried greeting me, he tried doing what, he tried saying whatever, I kept quiet until he left. I was tired. After all the years, all the time, all the lies, he kept on lying even more. I could no longer take it. I was tired. Remember that ever since I met him, I found the clothes for his ex-girlfriend there in the house, and I never said anything. I kept quiet. I waited for him. He never acted on it until after all these years, I left him, and the clothes for his ex-girlfriend were still in the house, packed nicely there. I never responded. He went on to cheat on me, giving me STIs, sexual transmitted infections, which I always had to go to the clinic to get treatment for. He was not aware of that. I kept quiet. Then him not supporting me when I needed help, when I was still a student. He could not accommodate me when I needed a 2 weeks accommodation waiting for my results after my exams. No, he never visited me when I was stranded in Gaborone. But the time I got hired or I found a job, he now started showing up. He thought I was blind all this time. No, I wasn't. I was trying to figure out what's happening, what are his intentions. Trying to read between the lines, hoping that he would be a better person. He started stalking me. He had, tapped my phone. He was receiving all my messages on his phones and calls on his phones. But I never bothered him. Now, again, after all this drama that he been giving me, he brings another woman. Again, another woman. How long should I keep on waiting? How long should I keep on hoping? How long should I keep on holding on to this thing that was not important to him? How long should I allow to be treated like a fool? How long should I allow myself not to benefit from the love that I'm giving him? How long should I allow myself not to benefit from the relationship that I thought we had? No, it did not matter to him. That's why I kept my silence, because all the time I've been trying to address the issues in a calm manner. I hardly fight back, hence I choose silence. When the time to fight comes, I remained silent. In a day or two, he showed up to my place again after that silence. Remember that when I learned that he is cheating on me with this other woman, I started talking stage with someone else. And the time I found that this man is now sleeping with this other woman in the house that he did not let me in, I sent this guy a message to come visit me. The guy came. So by the time this man visited again, this man came to my house again. He came with that so-called friend that it was said to be in the house that very same night. I believe as men they cooked that, okay, this is what we are going to say, I'm in trouble, so please cover for me. Oh, a little too late. So late to apologize. So he came, he knocked, I was in the room, the new boyfriend was in the kitchen, the 2.5 design. Then he was there wearing my gown, and the moment they were knocking, he was like, baby, someone is knocking. I came out. I found this guy with his friend. The butlers were locked. I just stretched my hand to get my bottle. He had my bottle. I asked him to bring it.